When balancing chemical equations, I like to look personally at what is going to get messed up the most when a coefficient is put in front. So, our reactants are both single elements, even though the oxygen is a diatomic molecule. On the right side with the products, we have iron oxide. So, whenever I put a coefficient here, it's going to change the value of both iron and oxygen. So I'll start here. Because I see this 3 on the oxygen, and that's an odd number, I'm going to see, can I get this even? Because the oxygen on the left is already 2, which no matter what whole number I multiply it by is going to stay even. So the smallest number I can do is 2, 3 times 2, so that will be 6. So 3 times 2 is 6 for oxygen here, so I need to put a 3 for the coefficient here, because now 3 times 2 is also 6 for oxygen. Now, iron, 2 times 2 for a total number of 4 atoms in total on this right side. So I need to put 4 iron on the left. Now, my reactants and products both have the same total amount of atoms from the start to the end, even if their composition is different. So what about if you have a polyatomic ion in your chemical equation? Well, if the polyatomic ion is the same on the left and the right, that means sulfate is a reactant and sulfate is in the products. Even if it's in a compound, you get to treat it the same when considering the quantity. What's the quantity of sulfate on the reactant side? You have 3. What about on the product side? 1. There's no parentheses here. So because this is SO4, it's just going to be 1. There's nothing on the outside to tell us otherwise. So if there's 3 sulfates as the reactant, we need 3 on the right. That's going to change the amount of sodium. 3 times 2 is 6. So let's go ahead and add that here. That's going to change the number of hydroxides. So what about on the products? Well, we have 3. Remember, there's always a happy ending here. There's always going to be a whole number solution. So let's just keep playing with it. Let's multiply this hydroxide by 2, because now 2 times 3 is 6. Did we get a happy ending? There's 2 aluminum and there's 2 aluminum. And we don't have to write a 1, but just because I have a blank, and I know you'll be unsatisfied if it's unfulfilled, let's go ahead and put it there.